Sunnah. The Sunnah are the sayings and teachings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad. So the second source of Islam are the sayings and teachings of the Prophet Muhammad as recorded by his disciples. We call them in Arabic or in English companions, as recorded by his companions and later scholars after that. Now the Hadith or the Sunnah, let's not mention Hadith, I guess it's the same thing. Well, the Hadith and Sunnah are synonymous for our purposes. So the Sunnah, we believe, has been preserved by humans, not directly by God. So the sayings of the Prophet are found in different collections, and there are multiple attempts and multiple collections. The equivalent of the gospel according to, right? So the Prophet's life and teachings according to, and we have a number of classical books that have attempted to record the sayings of the Prophet, and we sift through them. We have Sunnah criticism, like some people have biblical criticism. We have Sunnah criticism. We don't have Quran criticism, because we believe the word of God is separate. The word of the Prophet has been recorded by humans and is separate, and it's a human attempt. And human history and early Islamic history is yet a third genre. So the word of God, the words of the Prophet, and what happened to the early Muslims are three separate genres. From the perspective of Muslims, and again, I know this is from our perspective, the Bible is a mixture of all three. You have bits of the word of God, bits of the words of the prophets, and bits of human history. From the Islamic perspective, and again, this is obviously a biased perspective, we have these genres in separate books. There's one book of God. There are many, many books of Sunnah, because these are human attempts. And there's even more books of history, because these are what people recorded of the early times. So we respect the Quran like no other book, because that is the one preserved book of God. And the Hadith, if our scholars have viewed it as authentic, the Sunnah, if it's viewed as authentic, we respect it as well, but we don't sanctify the Arabic text. We don't recite the Arabic text as we recite the Quran. So the words of the Prophet are theology and law, but they're not recited. They're not said in prayer. They're not liturgy. Whereas the Quran is liturgy. The Quran is recited. The Quran it's a lived document. Every Muslim opens up the Quran almost daily, the committed Muslims, and recites from it. You don't do that with the sayings of the Prophet. The sayings of the Prophet are sources of theology and law, of etiquettes and morals, of manners. They're not read for blessings. They're not read for just, daily stuff. These are read by scholars. And of course, history is history. So